Hi guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to do simple flowers like these. I call them popsicle flowers just because they kind of look like that popsicle ring. And they're super fun to do, and they're not as loose as the other ones, but it does the job, and I think they turn out super pretty. The brushes I'm using for this is I'm using three brushes, one for the center, one for the outsides, and then a thinner one for the leaves and such. So I'm using a number 8, a number 1, and then I'm using my Pentel small. And the colors I'm using are a yellow, a pink, and an orange, and then just the green, whatever green you fancy. So let's get started. I'm going to move this up a little bit so you can focus on me actually doing it as opposed to the flowers that are already there. So I start off by doing the center as always. Just mixing the colors really quickly here. And so it's usually something like that. And you guys have seen me do this so many times, so you should probably know how to do this already. I think this is like the easiest part of it all. It's March break this week, and so the kids are home, and so if you hear any loud thumping noises, that usually means they're jumping off a bed or something like that. So please do not mind the noises, and I hope it doesn't interrupt concentration or anything like that. All right, so I'm fairly satisfied with that center, so I'm going to go ahead and now do the outside. So for that I'm using the number 8, and I'm just going to mix. Let's try the yellow first that I did. So I'm going to mix the yellow first, and then what I do is just make sure there's enough water in there and just go around the flower like this, and just make sure there's a good enough ring all around. And then when I'm pleased with this, and I think I'm pleased with this right now, I'm going to go ahead and do the orange. So I'm going to clean my brush, make sure my brush is clean, go for the orange, mix that up nicely. Okay, then again, making sure it's dipped in water. I'm just going to go all the way around. And make sure the direction of the brush is the same as you go around, just so you don't want to mix the yellow at the top. It's kind of like a skill. Whoops. Okay, something like that. And I love the hard edges that comes up with this when you do watercolor like this, like when it's not loose and you see the hard edges. It's so pretty. And now for the final touch, I'm going to go in with my pink. And again, you want it to be like half in, half out. Just going for a little more pink there. Go all the way around. And you do want half the brush to be on the orange, so it gives you that nice blend. There we go. And then you can sort of just go in with your brush and just smooth out whatever you want. Now you can even do you can do these in waves if you wish, like the outer edges, as opposed to just like just a circle or a rough circle. And by waves, I mean like almost like dips, like a flower. So, okay, so now that I'm pleased with that, I'm gonna go in and do the leaves. For the leaves, I don't like a very, very bright green because that's just me, especially if the flowers are bright. I like there to be a good enough contrast. And so I'm gonna go ahead and mix some brown in my green. So I have picked like a bright green, but I've mixed it with like a brown. And I'm just gonna go make these branches very thin, and then the leaves very precise. Okay, something like that. And then if you have a slight variation of the green, that's nice, because you don't want to keep it all monotone. It's good to have like variations of the green. So it, again, like, you know me, I love 2 tones, 3 tones, quadruple tones, whatever you want to call them, just so that it gives you that extra 2D effect. Because when you're painting on paper, it keeps things interesting that way. So we have that. Now I'm just gonna, see how I went close to the edge and then the pink's bleeding into it? Like that's very pretty. Like I like when things like that happen. Like it looks like a mistake, but it's not a mistake, it's on purpose. Kind of brings to reality about perfection and how perfection isn't always pretty. And it's fine if you're not perfect. Okay, getting a little too deep there. Too many deep thoughts. All right, let's just finish this. And then I'm going to go ahead and do those little flower buds. All right, so if I can only stop doing these, I can do the flower buds. Yeah, doing leaves get really addictive. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with this brush of mine, the number 8, and with the leftover colors, I'm just going to go and create little circles. And so I'll do a circle of yellow and then drop in some orange that way. And then maybe over here I'll do an orange and drop in some pink. Like that. I'll do another one here. And drop in that. And then maybe one more here. Drop in an orange, and then really tiny dots. All around. Because I find like they add like a certain delicateness to the flowers and the painting as a whole, kind of like baby's breath. When you add baby's breath to any bouquet, it gives it that softer look. It's just pretty to look at. And I think we're almost done. Okay, and so now what, you don't have to do this, you can leave it as is, but I like to go in and just, for the bigger flowers at least, the buds I mean, just draw the stems. And again, you don't have to. You can leave it just like I'm leaving the tiny ones, but I like to, so I am going to do it. And then just they don't even have to end anywhere. Like they can just start and then just trail off. So it's totally fine. So this is essentially how I would do these flowers. Sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and do one more here. All right, and so yeah, so this is how I do these little popsicle flowers. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to complete this and then put the picture, the end result of what these look like at the end of this video. Thanks guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hope your March break is going really well and we will chat soon. Bye.